James,
I love them.
I'm like checking work.
There you go. It just popped back.
This is my
What are you
work.
doing?
I'm looking at possums eat.
We're back up.
I mean, you might need. Oh, hi everyone.
The internet just hiccuped for a second, so we went down. But Darcy's going to be back in a minute, and then we'll resume session.
Yeah, and who's coming out of this hole?
You
It's who
know
I think
who-
it is, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
exactly who we think it
Okay,
is.
great.
So I was going to queue up sort
Right,
of a
the classic entrance line.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Oh
Yeah, we're back on.
It just popped back on.
We're back.
That was really weird. Okay.
Great question. Possums do eat, and yes, I am.
I missed something.
So I think
Whoever
that's
has the
either
least
Kitty
of
or
it,
Wayne.
it is Kitty. I got an extra
Yeah.
from a fan.
So you got a sortilege.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Does that sound okay?
So the circle lights up.
Circle lights up.
Yep.
Yeah, let's walk through the...
We were both ready to.
We were both ready to do it.
Oh God. Well, I mean, if I have the name and everything, y'all should probably. No, it's not automatic. I do have to. Ugh. Okay. I have to do the summon. So what level is he? I forget.
a lot.
He's high, like 8 or 7.
It's pretty high.
So I don't think
There
you
you-
have to...
There they are.
Yeah.
8. Okay. So I'm 3. So then.
And I think it makes it easier, like at least 2 easier if they're like kind of friendly, right?
Okay. So then I
Yeah,
only
things
have
that
to spend 3 sortilege to do it. Okay.
That sounds right.
Cool. And do I have to do a roll to do it in the first place?
Unless you've gotten it down to 0.
Okay. Okay. So 3.
We'll call it 6 to bring down because it's sort of friendly.
Yep.
There,
And then that, and I will use the sortilege that I just got.
Yeah. And you can spend hidden knowledge if you want to bring that down further. If you've learned secrets about this person, this being.
Let's do it.
Cool.
We're gonna make friends.
All right.
That'd
I'll
be
mark
a
it off
nice
later.
Just
change.
just write it down.
Yeah.
Is it anywhere here?
1 to the hidden
In
knowledge.
case
Okay.
anyone's curious, I am at 6 despairs.
A 7 and a
No
9.
choice.
9, there you go. That's good rolls.
So 7 and a 9. So
Oh,
he's good.
great. Excellent.
Behold
us!
Hey.
Are we doing us now?
We did the last time, I believe.
Behold us.
Please.
Behold, let's back it up.
Shoot! No. Could you?
Flash of blinding light, heavenly chorus resumes.
Behold us.
Could you just keep it down a little? I'm trying to do this a little subtle.
A huge 2-headed lion with 8 legs and
a fiery
mane with wings of silver appears. by the
This
way.
alleyway is not large enough to accommodate us.
You summoned a 2-headed flaming lion for subtlety.
No, I didn't settle you. That didn't settle you. I didn't summon you for subtlety. I summoned you because.
Who is this adorable small cat?
Well, that's.
Behold him.
He is glorious.
Lucky looks so happy. And his little mane. Well, that's Lucky Strike. Don't you recognize him?
The matchbook?
Yeah. See, the matchbook's still in him, like at his core. It's just in there.
Oh, yes, it's in there.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm looking at it from the wrong angle.
Yes,
Here.
come over here.
Look. Can you see?
I can see everything.
Well, you couldn't see it a moment ago, so there's no reason for you to be all sassy.
So GM shift. One of you need to figure out a way that Ari Aloha is somehow upset by this.
Ooh, upset by this?
Yes,
Oh,
because we
upset.
needed to face unintended consequences
Oh,
from...
but they said that it didn't have to be negative.
Oh, it didn't?
No,
Okay.
and I've been taking care of Lucky Strike.
You have been. So introduce something unexpected about how
We
Ari
are
Aloha...
grateful that you have changed him from his aberrant normal shape.
A baron.
No longer a tool, but a free-thinking creature.
Yes, you have freed his inner potential.
you're just saying that you like that he looks like a lion now?
We are glad that you have changed his form.
And so too will your form change.
I'm
So-
not.
oh,
Metaphorically.
Okay, I'm not turned into a lion. I'm just setting that straight right
your
now.
loss.
Well, you guys are plenty pretty and Lucky looks very nice. It's just like, you guys aren't subtle. I'm just gonna say that
Kitty.
again.
What is going on?
This is
Should I leave the
No,
alley
this
for
is
this?
Ari Aloha. No, you're fine.
You are on a path to personal fulfillment.
Great.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, darn it. I don't need this to start.
Wayne,
Yeah?
you are on the correct path.
It resonates deeply within your soul.
This is-
You are in a place of personal harmony.
This is a thing you can give Kitty, if you would like to.
Kitty Hart, you seem less sure.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's really nice to hear that Wayne's doing okay. I summoned you to see if you would guard Wayne and I when we go talk to someone in a few seconds. Just throughout the duration of the conversation, this person has a tendency to steal people's memories. It would actually be really nice if it would not just be Wayne and I, but our friend Calvin as well, and also Lucky Strike. Actually, it was 4 people. That's what I would like to ask.
Because you called him a person, we can sense you are making progress with your interpersonal relationships.
You used the word friend.
Please don't do this. It's so embarrassing.
What is Calvin to you? In the past, he has been a tool.
And one of its paws opens up and fire spits out of it, and you can see just a montage of different times Kitty has taken advantage of Calvin.
Most recently, the salting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it starts at the salting, but I think we see something from Shadow. I don't think people out there understand the way you do what sort of things happened to Calvin in Shadow.
Yeah, so
because
let's
of
explain
Kitty.
the Best Buy scenario.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Was Calvin selling illegal televisions?
Yes, he was running a Murphy game with her. So a Murphy game is when you take a bunch of products that don't work.
This is going to be a segment. This is a segment.
Cat
edition.
explains cons.
Cat explains cons.
When you take a bunch of products that don't work and then take them around in a truck and sell them to people like at a huge discount. So they see a TV and they go, "Oh my God, that's a huge flat screen TV," and they're selling it at a huge discount. It's clear that they stole it, but I'm going to benefit from this and buy it. But little do they know, it never worked in the first place. So there's like shots of Kitty and Shadow, who's just like a little redheaded freckled-faced punk, and Calvin.
Of course she.
Yeah. Going around, and Kitty has like one working television, and thank you. One working television, and then a bunch of flat screen TVs that they clearly got from like the do not working section behind Best Buys.
Well, Calvin can't know this.
So
in
no,
order
but
for
Calvin.
this con to work.
No, Calvin doesn't know that that this isn't what's happening. Calvin definitely thinks that the Best Buys just like get rid of this stuff for like stupid corporate policies, and this is a scenario that isn't hurting people
And you chose Calvin as a partner
because
because
he's very earnest and he's good at selling.
He's a stooge.
I think you asked him to rent the U-Haul. Okay, I'm just understanding why it was Calvin specifically, why you needed a partner in this situation.
Sure.
Because he's not muscle.
No, he's not muscle. No, he's the person who like you look into his eyes and understand that this is a working television.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they've gotten up to stuff like that. He was definitely a tool. Continue on with Ari
Yeah.
Aloha.
In the past, he has been a tool to you, even in actuality, out of shadow. Your first thoughts upon meeting this person were how you could use him to settle your own debts, and now you seek to protect him. Why, Kitty Hart?
That's interesting. I guess if I'm being perfectly honest, I feel a little bad for him right now. And I don't like that my aunt used him in the past in the way that I have.
Is that who you are? Someone who rights the wrongs done by your aunt?
Oh, don't put it like that. I don't want to be that person. No, I'm not that.
Then we are very busy.
Hold up. I know that I think Calvin is a useful ally.
Yes, we have established that you think he has uses.
Yeah, but there's a difference between thinking somebody's just a tool and thinking of them as an ally.
And is Kitty Hart someone who has allies?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you say that your relationship has progressed since the first you met him?
Since when you used him for your last scheme?
Yes, even today we just promised to stop keeping secrets from each other. I wasn't going to tell Calvin about any of the stuff that was going on. I'm trying to help him here.
Kitty Hart, do you intend to keep your promise of honesty?
Yes, when have I ever not been honest with Wayne? We just brought Calvin into that agreement.
That shall be part of this pact.
And that agreement is who you are. That agreement is not out of the natural order within your very soul.
Oh. It
You
felt
didn't,
right.
you didn't say the full thing. You just said that-
Sometimes words echo to the other head.
It felt like the right time to do that.
If you had a second head, you would know.
Yeah. Look, I don't make a lot of promises. Like, I do things that are like contracts, but that's slightly different.
Yes. Is this unusual, unnatural, against form?
No, I made a promise and I intend to keep it.
So this is a new form.
Well, is it? I don't think so. It's just like
Only you can answer that question, Kitty Hart.
No, I'm just doing the same thing that I was doing with Wayne when I was a kid before all of my life went pear-shaped.
We will need to discuss this. And they just look at each other.
Yeah. Do you need to roll or anything to
I
make
don't
this
know.
work?
I
But
have to do a persuasion action.
yeah, there we go.
Great. They're just looking intently into their own faces.
Yes.
Do they have abnormally like long necks then? So they kind of like squeak
It's like
around?
Cerberus style where it doesn't look like disproportionate.
It does say 8 legs, right, in the description.
Yeah.
So does that mean it has like 2 sort of
I'm not
front
sure if it has
torsos?
2 rows. Oh, maybe.
Oh.
I haven't thought how the dynamics of this creature really play out. Also, it has big, glorious wings. I don't know if we mentioned that too for people
All
who
right,
might.
Darcy's fictional anatomy corner is going to be this segment.
8 legs is...
What do I bump up
Yeah.
I think
persuasion
it's like,
with?
It's like
interaction.
4 legs, but they almost like
Interaction.
split.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's functionally
And
4,
you have
but
some skills
there's like 8
mostly
distinct
related to
appendages.
Persuasion.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
So that's
Cool.
+4.
Otherwise, it's just a lot.
Alrighty, we got some persuasion rolls as you were trying to convince them. Ooh, is that a flux?
So is it a flux? It's a 10, but a flux?
No, that's not a flux.
It's a 0.
Oh yeah, that's your old. Your
There are no
actual-
10s in
There-
Invisible Sun.
There aren't?
Nope. 9 is the best thing you can roll.
Dang. So
We got a flux.
Well,
well, the other one, hold on. 4 + 4.
is the 0 your sortilege die?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
No,
No,
it
it's
is
my
not.
main
Oh, it
one.
isn't.
No, the other one's my sortilege die.
Oh, sorry. So, sorry. They're both. Oh, I see. The red one is just your regular roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, it isn't flux. Okay.
Then nope, I missed by 1.
Okay, so tell me what. So Ari Aloha is not believing you that you are really changing your ways.
You are lying. either to us or yourself.
So what happens is you guys get to impose, like, you basically get to kind of bargain with Kitty. Like, Kitty has to take, if Kitty wants your help, she's gonna have to take some kind of, +1 venture from Phil of Canadia.
Oh, thank you.
Does that bump?
That would bump it to being A-okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right. What final thing do you put in that like pulls them over, or what thing does
Maybe
Lucky Strike sort of persuade on your behalf?
I think Wayne could corroborate.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Kitty Hart is a good friend of mine and has been for my entire life. She very much enjoys being duplicitous.
Yeah.
But
There's nothing wrong with that.
now there's
I don't think there is.
I am an angel. I know more about right and wrong than you will ever understand.
Yeah, but I know something about you, and you want people to be true to themselves.
Hey, hi. What I was going to say was that despite what she might get up to when she has the wherewithal to do whatever, Kitty has never once backed down from doing the right thing when there was someone else on the line. And that's why she's summoning you now. A friend of ours is on the line.
So yeah, they look at each other and nod. Behold you. This is your true heart. When you think on yourself and judge your actions, you will judge them by this standard. You have a blessing from me.
But not from me.
Yes!
Ooh, I love it. Yes.
What
There
did I
was
do?
disagreement.
What did I do?
We don't need a third die roll is what happened.
Yeah.
I just made fun of your voice. Is that it?
You did?
No.
Why
we're
would you
cool.
do that?
We're cool. No, I didn't make fun. When he did the...
What is wrong with our voice?
No, your voice is great.
Our voice is glorious.
Your voice is glorious. That's not... I meant...
Until the next time you behold us.
Well,
And I really, this exit fire is enormous and like very not subtle, like so incredibly
like
not
the
subtle.
ground shake.
Yeah, there is a
And there's
chorus.
this, like this deafening chorus of Ari Aloha. like
Lucky is so jazzed and does like little dance
Oh, yeah.
kicks.
So I
Lucky
just,
Strike wants to be them when he grows up.
Yeah.
oh man, Ari Aloha gets a despair.
Aw.
There was disagreement.
so
There was disagreement.
Ari Aloha gave you dancing angels.
This is terrible. What is
It's
this?
an object of power. It's a like ephemeral objects. They are magical objects, but these don't go away.
And you have like a limit on them, right? This is a big deal. I get a set of 4 white and blue stones, each about the size of an egg. God. These stones float into the air and move gracefully around the user in complex choreography. As they do, all closed creatures are nourished as if they'd eaten a good meal. And all their injuries, not wounds or anguish, are healed.
This is not subtle.
It's not subtle.
Because you went to Ari Aloha.
And that's what you get.
And that's what you get.
What?
So Calvin upstairs had finally.
This is why I make things.
You kind of went up to check. You know, it was about time, and everybody's gone. There's a letter sitting on the table in that room, though, and it says, "I from Lieberlight. I think I know what you're here for. I hate to run out on you, but please meet me in the emotional playground. I suspect what we have to discuss is important to you."
Yeah, Calvin sort of like he looks at that letter and kind of folds it up. And so did I just get I'm a little
Yeah.
confused about this vision thing that we got from you. I just got audio, so I
It's
have
just audio.
no idea, because he showed me a vision.
He did.
I have no idea what information I'm missing. I just know that I had this conversation. So Calvin just knows that there's probably some of his clothes in this person's place, and that he asked this person a thing, but he doesn't remember that conversation at all. And so now he knows that.
I think you. So it wasn't just a vision though. It was sort of a.
It,
It was
it
an,
like played in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was acoustic. It like played out in front of you because it was in this big weird room.
So
You
all-
got only Calvin's side of old memories and
Yeah,
old
because-
conversations. So you got a little bit about like, I'm here with the thing. I have the briefcase.
Okay, so
And then you definitely heard the bit where, like, I guess. Oh, actually, you wouldn't necessarily know that he mind wiped you in that way, right?
So yeah, I have no idea that he mind
just
wiped
the-
me.
just
I
the
know
cut.
somebody is trying to manipulate me,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's Librelite or these two chuckleheads.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And I'm
That's fair.
kind of trying to decide.
There's always the sooth deck.
Yeah, I need you to pull a card from the Sooth deck because I
do
don't know
it.
who I distrust.
Hidden Moon. That looks
Ooh.
ominous. So why don't you take a quick look at that while I pull up. So I feel like you should see it, and then we'll put it up on the jumbotron.
I mean, this is a spiraled tower.
Hidden
Because,
Moon.
I mean, as a player, I think I can. God, I don't know.
Yeah. So
I
you're.
don't think anybody. Yeah, I mean, I know. As a player, like, I feel like to the extent that I can know anything, I know that Librelite does not mean me any harm. And I don't think that these two mean me any harm.
The meanings of this card are new beginnings, insight, intuition, foresight, looking ahead, and potential danger. And the sort of divination is something new begins. It's looking forward, not backward. But it's not sure whether that's like it's the new direction forward may have danger too. The moon rewards those who can discover its secrets.
Okay. So, if it's about discovering secrets, looking forward, not backward.
Well, is it about not trusting either of them? Is it about
yeah.
doing Calvin's?
I think Calvin, like at this point, all Calvin believes is that the only person that he can really trust in this horrible place is himself.
Yeah.
And like, I think he grabs the suit off of the rack and he changes in the suit.
Yep.
And like, the next thing that we see
Yeah.
from Calvin is those two are up at the top of the tower, and Calvin throws open the door, and he is in this new suit and like looks very much like himself from that memory. And he's standing in front of you two. What are you guys doing here?
We followed you.
Yeah, you were like freaking out.
Well, it's fine. It's taken care of.
No,
And Calvin shuts the door behind him.
That doesn't seem.
no, that seems bad. Knock, knock, knock.
What are you doing?
Well, clearly you've had your mind tampered with again, so we're going to have a chat with Librelite.
No, I think we're going to go back, and I didn't even get to talk to Librelite. No, I don't think he's going to reveal that. Calvin's like, there's precious time. There are lives at stake. We have no time for you guys to do anything involving Librelite.
Well, Cal,
I disagree.
yeah, he probably hurt you, so we want to make sure that nothing's going wrong here. Knock, knock, knock.
I think Calvin just, this is going to be very small, but he's going to pull on, using thunder, he's just going to pull the sound away from those knocks, just with a flick of his finger. I'm sure stopping someone from knocking a door is like a 1.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't have time for this. I understand that you guys feel that you need to oversee my life, but I feel like there are more pressing concerns.
Oversee your life?
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's this? Pulls out the business card, flicks it at Wayne.
What is that? It just bounced off me.
Mhm.
I thought you were dangerous. Because I knew something, I knew something that you didn't know, which is that you couldn't possibly be where you're at now. And I was right. I thought maybe you were hiding that from me, and it turns out that you didn't know either, which puts you and me on the same playing field. I know only as much as you know.
If we're on the same playing field, then when I say to you that we're going to go plan our heist now, you'll listen, because you're talking to an equal.
But you understand that you just had your brain tampered with. So anything you say in front of this house, having just been in there, we can't take as just a plain grain of salt. And I wouldn't expect that from either of you either.
Yeah, I'm on board. Like, you get that, like, if your friend's just been poisoned, and they're like, oh, no, I don't believe that I drank poison. You're like, well, the hell you did, though. So I'm going to give you this antitoxin. You get it?
Well, there's no sound on that door, and you're not going to walk in there. I can't just walk in there, so we could sit here and have this conversation all day.
Emotional inversion.
Ooh. Watch your tie a little bit, but
Yeah.
emotional inversion. What does this do?
Yeah.
No, you.
Oh!
Well, let's
Yeah,
let her
please.
explain it. But oh
Please.
yes,
Wait, do I have
spell
things?
Yeah.
slinging, spell slinging. That's what this is about.
What is happening?
Yeah, it starts out level 3, but I can do +1 die, and I'd, I'd boost this as much as possible. Chuck all of my sorcery behind it. To take whatever he's feeling emotionally and change it around. So right now he seems very certain, so he would become confused.
Cool. And no, you will just put this spell effect back on you.
What
this is
level
a-
is
It's
it?
level 5.
The
So
level
I'm
is I am
going to
rubber.
take, so like I'm going to, how do I boost all of the, the level of the spell up
Yeah,
to
so
be
you can
sufficient?
only do it one,
Okay.
unless you have a secret.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Kitty,
Wait,
Kitty,
no.
this is a level 10 spell,
Sorry,
because
let's-
I can boost these 5 levels.
And the card I just drew is Devil, the Nemesis card. Everybody's.
Kitty's card.
Oh God,
That is my card.
that is your card. Wow, this is a doozy.
Flex up this PV.
Flux.
And there's a flux?
Flux.
Thank
okay.
you.
PvP.
We got the Devil on board. It is let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Devil is a
Okay, so
Nemesis.
you'd have to-
-1 to everybody, so everybody's just a little bit
That's, yep.
screwed. Wayne is -2 because it's part of his heart. Kitty, I feel like you should not get the -1 since that's
It's
your
my
card.
card.
It's your card, yeah.
So she's fine.
It's part of my heart?
Yeah, it's secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sad.
Yeah, sorry. So -2 for you, Wayne. Okay, doesn't mean you can't do stuff. So we got a flux.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me what level you can get that spell to.
Well, so
Yeah.
I'm
4.
only allowed to boost it once?
Yep.
Question mark?
2 flux.
Why am I only allowed
Well,
to boost it 1, but
Be-
you're allowed to boost
Because
it 5?
I bought the secret for it.
The only thing that you can automatically boost as high as you want is focus abilities. So your focus.
Calvin has the elevate and magnify spell secrets, which allow him to spend up to 5 of his sorcery to move something up 5 levels.
Oh, Lord.
Cool.
What is happening?
That makes sense.
So I think, let's see. Wow. Okay, this is a terrifying one I came on. Oh, no.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Look at this. I need a second opinion because that's intense.
Ooh. Yeah, do it.
Okay, okay.
Alan
Sorry.
loves it.
What?
All right, so you
Wild.
start casting at what level? Emotional?
Only 4.
4. Okay. And you are going to hit back with the level 5
Yeah.
No You. Cool. Which is from which backer? Because that's a backer one. Which
That
is
is
cool.
from
It's a double
Tau.
flux.
That's from
Yeah.
Tau of Bees.
Tau of Bees. Awesome.
Thank you.
So, first flux. So, what does it look like when you start casting these things, first of all? Do you have like hand symbols? Is it a word? Is it powder? You know.
I think that hers only works if it's very subtle, right?
Yeah, it has to be Calvin has it looks like she's brushing lint off of his shoulder, and when like she pulls one of the strings, it is like a string that is actually attached to him, and she like goes to change the color of it.
I think if that's what it is, and Calvin's spell works, it's going to turn into a feather instead of like the emotional string that she's hoping to pull on, and that feather is going to, like, it'll just be a bomb that switches her emotions about the situation.
Super cool.
Because we're both feeling certain, so one of us is going to become very uncertain.
First flux, timer winds 3 seconds, and you have the ability to change one action if you choose to do so. Stephanie Midlock. So I think that you get to see that play out, and you zoop back as you're...
I throw it on the ground in the middle of all of us.
Okay.
I do a panic action.
And you
I have
just...
like a bomb, and it's a grenade of the spell now.
Cool.
Poof.
I think I'm still doing no you, and now I'm just trying to change both your minds.
Well, I don't know that you have the reaction time, buddy. You know, like it's not. You went, I went, you went, and then I had a thing to be able to go. It's no longer your turn. It's Alan's turn.
3
What?
seconds.
It's my turn.
I don't think that's how this works at all.
We're doing an initiative pass. You don't get to go again. Poof.
Darcy!
Okay, so
Bigger ruling on
when
this.
you're poofing, are you...
Because you went twice.
You're changing the spell.
I got a
to-
flux that let me do it.
The flux isn't good for you.
The flux brings back to before you cast that, and you can change one action. So you can either like
Oh,
I don't
before I cast it?
Yeah. So this is
So
you
could pick a
seeing
new target.
if you
could,
do that, that
you
will
could
happen
not do
to you.
it.
Oh, fascinating.
You could still choose to do it and maybe just be a little more on the draw and try to like dodge his ephemera cast or something, you know, because you know he's going to do it.
I think actually,
Yeah,
Calvin.
do you have some ideas?
Calvin looks at Kitty. Well, she sort of freezes, like because she was going to do something but freezes. He looks at Kitty and goes, "If you're going to try and manipulate me, then perhaps you're not seeing me on an equal level."
Hold on a second though, because that's not what's happening. That's not how magic works. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Talked earlier today about keeping secrets.
You talked.
Yeah.
So you know the flux that's coming, whatever happens. Scissors appear out of thin air and start cutting the world around you into a silhouette of the magic you are casting by Hurtado Teofilo.
That's rad.
So, but we
Friggin'
got to figure out
rules.
how this plays out first.
Yeah.
And let me know if you want me to draw a card or something if you're need a decision.
Do draw a card. That'll be useful.
Yeah, great. So, Devil is moving on. Revealing Knife. Okay, and so the Devil would have been -2 to you and nothing to you.
Nothing
So I don't know if that changes the way the spell works out because I forgot to add that in. Revealing Knife. It enhances the Sunburst, which is Visions, which is Kitty. So +1 to Kitty.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what the meaning of Revealing Knife is? It's
Yeah.
no,
that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
it cuts
please.
through.
That
to,
because
yeah,
it'll
sorry,
actually
that's
really
what you're trying to.
hugely
Yep.
determines what I'm going to do.
Cool. The Revealing Knife cuts through illusions, cuts through the, its meanings are revelation, discovery, finesse. It suggests that careful, precise action is required for what lies ahead. Checks out. Indicates that there are secrets to be discovered, and whether their revelation is good or ill tiding is up to the individual concerned. When turned, assume that the next card played on the Path of Suns indicates the nature of the secret revealed by the knife. I feel like we should turn
What?
that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
What?
Woo.
This
Indicates
rules.
The seeker?
The nature of the secret that will be revealed, right? So Savage Sword is what's hidden. So I'm not sure if this is helping you at all, but its meanings are war, savagery, strength, violence, brute force. And I think perhaps this is what Calvin is really capable of will be revealed if you strike him.
Okay. Yeah. So, Kitty's first instinct is
Yes.
to do this thing to like
Turn.
to get this person to chill out so that they can go and confront Lieberlight. But see, remember, you're right. He's a spooky, scary guy. So she doesn't cast, and looks at him. All right, look. We need to talk to Lieberlight right now, and if you can't trust us to do that, then I don't think I can help you with the next step of planning whatever you need. And the reason is that you're not behaving rationally right now. And I'm not interested in working with somebody who isn't rational about all
You
of
promised
this.
a high-level demon that you were going to free their mate. And currently, our plans align. So, if you plan on betraying your promise to that demon, that's your prerogative.
I don't
And
think
if you
need-
want to fulfill that promise to that demon without my help, that's also your prerogative.
I'm sorry,
I'll-
without your what?
My
You
help.
think you've been a help to us
Because
so far?
you are the person who got us into this in the first place.
Okay.
Your
If you guys
secrets
think
cause us
that
problems.
dressing me down here is the way to get me to do what you want,
We're not
you're
trying
wrong.
to get you to do anything.
Really? Really? Because this one was just about to cast a spell on me, and don't pretend like you weren't, because I saw you move for it.
What did you see me do? Lay it out. Lay out your evidence.
You were going to move your hand to do a spell. I know what it looks like when people cast spells. I've been living here long enough to know that. I don't know what you were going to try and do, but I know that you were planning on doing it.
You not only have been living long enough to know that, you've been living here a lot longer than you think you have.
Then maybe you should listen to me when I tell you I am tired of being manipulated. We're not
you-
talking to Lieberlight.
I'm sorry,
You are not-
Calvin, do you not understand that we were afraid of you? Is that not a thing that is clicking
That
right
we're
now?
like,
Oh, no.
very scared of you.
It's very clear, and it's fine. I'm fine with that. Because I know now that I can't trust the two of you. We currently have to do something.
No, Calvin.
Because
Calvin,
we're all embroiled in something. But you don't have any say over who my allies are.
You're right. We don't, and I guess you don't have a say whether or not we're your allies either. If you're going to be like this, when just today we were trying to extend a hand of friendship and a hand of trust to you, you're extending none of that back.
I'm sorry, Kitty. I learned today that not only were you and your family and your aunt conning me in my past here, but you personally were conning me in Shadow, which my life there was a misery. So if you contributed to that, I guess bully for you. You used me earlier for another scheme and didn't tell me about it because you can't trust me or don't respect me or I guess were too afraid of me. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. If you want my help to defeat Daniel McPherson, to free that demon's mate, to get out of the trouble that I guess you put yourselves in out of sheer concern for a stranger, then fine. I will help you do that. But you cannot stand there and pretend that the two of you
We're
are
not
my
asking you
friends.
for that help right now. That's not what's happening anymore because you are scary and you're talking in absolutes that we have no interest in. Or at
Then
least
fine,
don't.
I will find a way to defeat McPherson on my own.
Have fun with that.
And he turns into paper birds and disappears.
Wow. Watch that tie a little bit.
Oh no.
So I think it's those birds that disappear are the scissors that Flux sort of cuts out all of those birds as they sort of reality gets cut out.
So yeah, I guess I'm like pulling the sky with. I think part of the sky turns to night
Excellent.
instead of day.
Perfect.
As those birds fly away.
Wow.
Fine by me.
Right?
Daniel McPherson's no longer our problem.
No, he still is because he's related to my aunt. She's the person who hired him in the first place.
So,
And,
so she's our problem.
well, we have to deal with the thing with the demons. It's going to come back.
You start feeling even worse, right? That headache is cascading
She
down.
starts,
it's
like-
sort of nerve, like spine pain a little bit. So it's starting to sort of move down your body and is very uncomfortable. But you're still able to push through, but
Okay.
it sucks.
Okay, and it's not having, I'm not like cold sweating or anything. am I?
Not yet. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, if we don't do that, then like, we're not going to just have them as a problem. We're also going to have like, I don't upset that many demons, you know? That's a different sort of thing. So we do need to get, at least get all of the people that he currently has out of there.
Cool. Depending on what you guys are planning, we could do some like kind of smash cut development mode scenes of
Yeah.
like what you guys go to do. I'm not sure what your
I have a package
Yeah.
to pick up. Maybe let's talk tomorrow.
All right, see you then.
all right, we're gonna go these two a development mode scene and then you. If
Cool.
that sounds okay.
Sounds good?
Calvin, do you know what you're
No, because this is not what I was planning on happening at
No.
all this session. So
Well, you
I
went
mean-
off script, okay? I write these scripts for a reason.
I think we all think Calvin's being super unreasonable. So,
so
I'm
you-
sure the people who were manipulating him and controlling his actions would think that when he doesn't do what they want.
Okay,
Boy.
if he can't
Oh,
see
Calvin.
why we distrusted him, especially after discovering that his whole life is lies, then that's on him,
That's on him, really.
But lies from who?
Yeah, lies from who?
not us.
Does he know that?
Admittedly, you. I have the only
Yeah, but
people
not
that I have
today.
concrete
Today
evidence
we made a
lied.
pact, though.
The only
so
people,
what's
like-
his problem?
What I know.
I don't
from-
know.
Conveniently forgetting I willingly signed onto his lease to save his
Like,
life.
what the hell,
Hey,
Calvin?
cool mechanic I'm going to introduce that I learned from LARP.
Debate?
If I'm yelling at you in character, I might do a like check-in. I'll do this little like, "Hey, are you okay?
Oh.
I'm yelling at you now. Is this fun for you, or is this getting unfun?"
Sure.
And like you would respond like, "Yes, this is fine," or "Take it down a notch," or
Oh,
like just
okay.
throw
Oh,
up an
okay.
X if you want us to like switch. Because
Good
I am
call.
loving the emotion, but also it's like a lot of yelling in character, and so we can do
Probably hard on the mics. too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Oh, great.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, so this is like keep it level. This is like, yeah, yell at me more. And this is like turn it, let's move on.
Sure.
Cool. Just a cool mechanic we can all use
I'm at
and
here.
learn.
I'm here too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet. All right, so you're picking up a package. So you guys part ways, and let's turn a new card as we do this. So could you toss that over yonder somewhere? The golden ship. You cannot make this up. The invisible sun is magic. Let's all go home. We did the
Easy.
The golden ship is
That's your
Calvin's
card,
card.
isn't it?
is the invisible sun card too.
Yeah.
It is the predominant card
that
right now.
rests for the rest of the session. Okay.
All right, I guess we were wrong. Calvin's right.
Calvin's right, I
I
guess.
guess.
Golden Sun card, Calvin's card, very important. You are going to pick up a package. The address for this shop is right by the emotional playground, which we, the audience, knows is where Librelite is hanging out. So this is perfect, basically. All right. So what do? Do you go straight there? Or do you stop at home?
No, I'm just going straight there.
Cool. Alrighty. So you go to the neighborhood where the emotional playground is, which I believe is your.
His.
It's okay. It's Calvin's neighborhood. So not far. It's right down the street actually. And this. So it sits on. This is sort of an offshoot, a little like kind of little courtyard basically that. It has largely been sheltered from the destruction that has been wrought on sort of the main drag from birds, various, electrical and ether outages and so on. So this is a quiet little courtyard, little square that has one face of it is this emotional playground where there's a well, there's sort of like a fountain and some swing sets, and it's mid-afternoon, so there are a couple of people there. You see like a very scary-looking woman who's dressed to the gills with sort of like leather, intense armor, and she's just walking very slowly over to that. Did we say it was a well or a fountain? Where you dump your emotions.
Oh, I think it's a fountain. Isn't it?
And I think it's
that's
a
right.
well. I thought it was a well.
Why would they have a well in a child's
Like a wishing
place? Well, but a wishing well is a fountain, isn't
Is
it?
it?
I think sometimes they're well.
think
I mean,
sometimes there's-
A
you.
well in a kid's place seems dangerous.
This is an emotional playground,
It's
though.
not
so
necessarily a kid's
kids-
place.
That's true.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right, it's a wishing well, and there's this terrifying-looking woman with lots of weapons on her, walking over to that emotional dumping wishing well for now. But across from that, there are there's like one side of the street is sort of townhomes, apartments, sort of things, and the other side is two different shops with an alley between them. But shoved into that alley is a very like awkwardly slotted in, little squeezed, very very tight shop with a little door that says Felix's on it, and Felix's is where you've been told to bring your note to pick up your package.
Great. I walk up to the door and walk
Yeah,
in.
great. So as you-
Hello.
the doorbell jingles, and inside is a very very tight. It's not bigger on the inside at all. It's this awkwardly like narrow building, but there's a little desk. There's a little like counter. There's a couple mannequins wearing with different clothes on them, and this seems to be a tailor's. There's a balding man with sort of gray fringy hair behind the desk in a really nice-looking vest, but it's sort of disheveled, and he's got like pins in it and other tools, and he's got paper measuring tape around his neck. And he says, well, hello there, Mr. Wayne. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you.
I have what you asked for. And I think it's going to be just the trick, my friend. Why don't you come close? You look quite upset. Is everything all right?
I thought I was doing a good job hiding it.
Shall we put on a tea then, same as last time?
No time for tea today, unfortunately. But yes, happy to pick up my thing.
I know.
I would like to know this person's mind.
Great.
Who the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So how does that work? Is there a level to it?
Yeah, I just read their thoughts.
What level spell is that?
It is a 2.
It is 2, so it's pretty low level in case they're a high-powered person. Luckily for you, it's just a dude who sews clothes. He's
Lovely.
not doing anything, or at least he appears by all senses to be not shielding his mind.
Cool. I thought about jumping straight to dominating this guy, but
Calvin has a
Take it
point, you
slow.
guys. Easy there. You jump straight to the
over it.
most aggressive thing.
The thing they were doing to try to convince me that they weren't manipulating me was tampering with my emotions.
That's what we're used to.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Hey, it's what I'm used to.
You know Felix's mind, and so that tells you, does it give you like reading surface thoughts or something?
I just read them.
You just read him and weep. Okay. Felix is reminiscing on the moment when you last walked in his door and had asked and had placed the order for it. And so you look different. How do you look different?
In that memory, I think I am like physically different, or any which way.
Any which way, but some way you can visually notice when you're walking through his memory,
great.
right?
I think I'm like clearly a different person.
Ooh.
Like very obviously a different, like either I've gone to the whatchamacallums since
changery?
then, the changery since then, or this is not me. Like
Okay.
it's the face is all different. It's not the same height as
Cool.
I am. Like body structure, everything,
Yeah.
skin tone, like everything is different.
Excellent. Cool. So Felix has gone back and has been rummaging through some like hangers and things. So what are you wearing right now? So you have.
I'm wearing my coat,
Yep.
like long trench style coat, and like basically this
Cool.
shirt and my pants that are pants, and then one silver leg. The
Right,
leg
right.
is all silver.
Excellent. So he comes back with some really nice like trousers. What do they look like? So they have been like as soon as you look at them, you can sense that there's pretty powerful magic on them. So he's coming out with them, and he says, "Yep, these will protect you from demons. I'm certain I don't want to know what you intend to do with them, but I'm here to help people out." Now,
Wow.
I'd like to have you try them on just in case the fit isn't right.
How did you? I mean, I am a third level Mr. of Interest of Pants. How did you enchant these?
Well, of course, I don't do it here. I have help through various makers and other entities around. I just do the tailoring itself, working
Wow.
physically with the.
Makers make. And I flap the pants out and I start trying them on.
Excellent. What do they look like?
I think they are like, they're not canvas, but they're kind of like a coarser material, but they're like flowy. It's like an incongruous like
Yeah,
match of
absolutely.
like texture and feel. Like
Yep.
what they're made out of shouldn't
They
be as
move
like,
like they're.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Move like silk, like feel and look like
Right.
hard canvas or like heavy denim.
Right, right.
Cool.
That's great. And what color are they? Are they sort of a?
They are like a maroon, like a dark, almost like
Perfect.
a burgundy.
Okay,
Feels
excellent.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. So the fit is just right, and despite the fact that the last time you walked in here, that would not have been at all, and they don't seem to magically move sizes. He is manually checking the sort of the fit and like making sure all the little adjustments he's made work out. So he says, "Yep, just as you specified. This looks quite dashing on you, Mr. Wayne. I am very pleased to see. Now you'll want to know how to activate it."
Of course.
So he turns you around and he says, now there's a low-level protective field generally whenever you're wearing it, but there is let's call it an emergency parachute string, shall we? In one of the
Parachute pants.
No, why have I done this?
I'll just go ahead and add that to my
They're
inventory.
not. They're not parachute pants. No.
Good old parachute.
It's got parachute pants, though.
Possessions I carry. Oh no, excuse me. Valuables. Parachute. Pants.
Gosh.
End
darn it.
quotes. Darcy.
Darcy. Where are we? Where are we on the bit?
Oh,
good.
Resigned,
Oh, good.
resigned, but
Right.
darn it. Okay. There is a inside the front left pocket is a little. It feels like some kind of raised rune. You can't see it, but you can feel it with your thumb. And he says if you hold onto that rune and you take a deep breath, it helps you escape whatever situation you're in, and it specifically removes you from the grasp or control of a demon.
So one could say that when I activate
But
these
one wouldn't say it with
parachute pants, that you can't touch this.
Nah. You don't quite understand. It's not that you can't be touched.
Are these the pants talking?
I think it's just a rat person who's in the
Okay.
shop. I feel like he's just like
Yeah, rat
another
is
guy
there.
behind the desk.
Okay, cool.
Nah, it's not that you can't be touched. It's that the pants help you repel.
They
It will not protect you fully.
won't move me though. Like they don't shift me away from danger. Or did I misunderstand?
They let you pass through their grasp.
Gotcha. It's like traveling pants.
I'm not sure why one would say that, but sure, if it helps you understand. So he says, now you're all paid up. So I hope that, I would love it if you would bring business back to me, but my shop does move around. So,
Of course.
I'm there if you need me, but, it's we'll only find out where it pops up next time.
Well, thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn around and walk out.
Okay.
Oh, as you,
yeah. And he says something that makes you know that you have had a considerable interaction with him. So what does he say? Oh, I know what he says. And he leans in with like a kind of grandfatherly moment and says, now, good luck with opening, my boy.
Thanks so much. And I turn around and my face just fucking drops.
Excellent.
Ding, ding, I leave the store.
Perfect. You see Lieberlight, walking away from the emotional playground, or at least another book person.
I just call out, "Hey, Lieberlight."
Sort of jolts and looks back at you.
Hey there. I have a question.
Points to his pocket watch thing, dangly.
Oh. Well, I'll make it a quick one.
He's sort of walking, and you kind of walk and talk.
I just walk alongside him. I say, I know you have a penchant for it. Have you ever fucked with my memories?
Lieberlight goes a bit stiff, stops walking, and turns to you, holds up kind of a Vizsla symbol of, I'm speaking the truth. What would that be? And I think there is one in the book, but I'm forgetting. Gosh, I should have looked this. I should print them out because there's a couple sort of hand signals. So I think maybe it's.
Yeah, we got to learn these hand signals.
I know. They're really cool. What's a good truth one? Yeah, sort of. Hold out, both of his hands. They're gloved, but it's still the gesture of I'm being totally straight with you. And he says, he sort of illustrates to you, I guess I don't know how you would visually show this, that he's never done it. Oh, I know what he says. He shows your sort of face, and it opens up, the sort of pop-ups open up your mind, and it shows a big padlock there. And he's like, off limits.
Great. Well then, nothing you're doing is any of my problem. Have fun talking to Calvin. And I turn around and I go home.
Perfect. All right. Golden ship. Yikes. All right. So, Calvin,
How
do you know what you're
much
doing?
time was there between that confrontation and when Lieberlight said we should meet? Because that determines how much trouble Calvin can possibly get himself into before that.
It's true. Let's say, you had to get there, which it wasn't very far.
Because if it's minutes, then he's just going to the meeting and there's no other trouble. But if it's longer than
I think
minutes,
it's just minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a sub. Lovely. Dr. Casa, let us know who you want to give the sortilege die to. All right, so if it's just minutes.
If it's just minutes, then yeah, Calvin just sort of swirls around angrily until it's time to.
Okay. Yeah. So you head out, and so when you get there, I'm imagining you arrive via. Oh gosh. So I think I'm trying to figure out how I should time these two things now that Wayne didn't see you. Would you be comfortable coming in as though Lieberlight was waiting for you and you just missed the appointment? And so, did you go get into trouble and leave Lieberlight hanging, or would you have shown up?
It depends on how much you want me to mess up, because I've got some wild ideas about what he would be doing if he was. But I don't think he's going to miss this meeting.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, Darcy, I don't know. Maybe he should miss this meeting. Maybe.
It matches a little bit with both of these groups of people may have messed with my mind. The only person I have to trust is myself. But
yeah. So then, no, I think he's just going to do something
cool.
wickedly dangerous.
What wickedly dangerous thing do you do?
Yeah. So he's going to confront OG Kitty Hart.
All right. Checks out. You go into Hart Manor.
Yep.
Have fun.
What's your plan
sucks.
here?
So my plan is just to walk in. Are there any barriers in this place that are higher than level 6?
Not right on the outside. They're not currently activating anything to keep you out. That's level 6 or higher.
I think Calvin is just sort of storming in.
Yeah, Lil Joe the very tall butler man, is out watering the roses. So you storm in, and Little Joe sort of looks at you in surprise, but doesn't accost you. You look like you have business.
Yep.
All right, so you storm in, and Kitty, I might need your help here. Like,
Yeah.
Heart Manor, in my mind, is like really, really has a lot of floors and a lot of rooms.
Sure.
It's pretty sprawling on the inside and a little hard to navigate. So, there's an entryway? What would Calvin find upon walking in there?
I've been thinking of it as like a tall white city home.
Yeah.
So I think that on entry there's like, I don't know that even like it's not a 2 things walk up. It's a 1 thing walk up. Like it's a nice city home, but even so, city homes are kind of small.
Constrained, yeah.
But the way we've discussed previously, like whenever you walk into a room, it's got like
Right.
accordion options to select which room you want to go
Right.
into.
Oh, neat.
So it's a bit confusing that whenever a door happens, you then have to like. But then there are open areas, like to your right and left, there is like a sitting room and a drawing room.
So, Darcy,
Yes.
Calvin wants to know which people are in the. He essentially wants to locate Kitty Hart as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
What level of spell would he need to cast to like do something that would allow him to know where people are in this home? Because I've got the perfect spell for it. I just need to know how high level it has to be.
To get down to Kitty Hart is
Is she like hiding?
I don't think she. I feel like Kitty Hart would have a standing order to not be detected by anything. She knows Kitty is suspicious of her.
Oh,
and
that's true,
So
yeah.
I think she's got some pretty major things. But even a lower spell would at least tell you where people are, which is kind of helpful. You could find someone else for sure. So
So then Calvin.
yeah, tell me what
is
level spell you can get up
going
to or are willing to.
He's going to cast a 4th level spell. He's going to take Sight from Freedom, and he's going to take Movement from Thunder. He's going to snap his fingers, and the sound of a thunder crack will happen inside. And sort of like echolocation, Calvin will see everywhere that the sound is able to touch in the home.
Cool. So level 4, is that with spending anything? Or?
I am not spending anything. I am putting a sortilege on it. though.
Great.
All right. Unfortunate. Oh no, that's an 8, not a 3. So
Okay.
yes, that is successful.
Excellent. So you,
Okay, kids, who's ready for flex?
Flux.
Ooh.
Lovely. Cool. So you do a pretty great job, and it's Golden Sun is still active, so that's
Oh, yeah,
or the
that's
Golden
right.
Ship. Sorry.
I should
So.
have made it a higher level. Forgot I had the golden ship.
Oh gosh, these are so great. So many good fluxes. I'm glad we did this. Thank you for giving us flux. This is an intense one. I guess I'm just drawn to the intense ones.
Yeah.
This is a Darcy problem, not
They're
a.
good.
Proud Nerdery gives us that you are struck blind,
Oh.
but a vision is revealed, which I feel is very cool. So, yeah, I think you rolled high.
Blind period.
Period? Permanent?
It's a comma, but yeah. I don't think it's permanent. I feel like that's pretty intense for a flux, even in our version. So, but I think you are for the rest of the scene blind
Yeah, I
until
can't-
you do something to.
I guess so. I
Fix
guess I'm only seeing through sound now. I went.
Cool, right.
So only if things make sound can I see them. It's sort of like Daredevil style.
Yeah, I like that. So, what vision is revealed? Do we think?
Vision is revealed. Well, then I have to know, was that spell high enough level to find Kitty Hart?
I don't think it was, but I think you wanted it so badly that the flux is actually your magic that you
Oh, I
can't
pushed
control.
beyond
pushing,
the failure.
Right.
Okay.
So I think that's how that
And I
works.
can't wrest myself back from it at this point.
Excellent.
That's rad.
So Kitty is so you get I think you're meant like your vision. You get the vision of rapidly flitting through doors after doors, running through rooms that turn into hallways, that turn into strange staircases, and so on. Just flitting through this montage of rooms, and you get to what would Kitty? Do you have a sense of what OG Kitty Hart's personal space would be like?
Yeah. I think that it has a lot of information in it. So it has it just feels very like there are lots of books.
Yeah.
And there is like a nice casino table that's like got good felt.
Cool.
And there's like a map of a city just like casually out, but it's like a good vellum old one. It just feels like rich with information in a way that you do not possess.
Right. And she is standing ever so slightly still translucent, as she has not fully come back to being a living entity. She's sort of hunched over this map, crouched over. And so she's got, does she have red hair like you? I forget what she looks like right now.
Yeah, in the thing, I think we have her look exactly like me, except she had black hair.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, okay, excellent. So her sort of black, long black hair is sort of obscuring her face briefly. And so you're walking and so I think initially you're walking and you just sort of like pick a hallway to like storm down, right? And as you do, you're sort of close your eyes for a moment to get that spell to work and to think it, and like this really powerful, all too bright vision is shown before you, and you try to open your eyes to clear it and you can't. And so it gives you that montage to Kitty Hart's sort of room or her office or something, and you see her like clearing things off of this map, and she's got sort of a notebook that she's padding through, and she taps her finger to her chin, and then she sort of continues to work. You're not there, but you can see her. What do you do?
Okay, so...
And all you can do is very, very strongly hear what is around you.
Okay. So, but I see her, like, turning pages and things. I'm going to focus in on those pages, and I got to make a perception roll.
Yeah, you are.
And I will use another sortilege on this, and I am going to make the spend for that. And that gets me a 6.
Okay. It's a little too hard to make out. You can see that there's script, and you can see that there's some like glyphs sort of written in it. But it's way, even if you were able to get a good look at it, you get the sense that this is some pretty serious business goetic mumbo jumbo that might not mean anything to you, even if you got a good look at it.
Oh, no. Oh, so what Calvin was doing was he sees that she's moving paper.
Yeah.
So he is trying to isolate only the sounds of moving paper in the house and try and match those sounds to the vision.
Excellent.
He's still trying to find her.
Cool, excellent. So with a 6, you're
Also, there probably might be people coming after him because he did just go into the house and set off thunder indoors, which probably rattled some expensive goods.
Absolutely. I hate to do this to you, but it's Lucy who lives here, who actually comes upon you first. I know you have to. We can.
What on earth are you doing here? And so Calvin is he's in his head right now. He knows Lucy's there. He knows that she's talking to him. But he's just done this perception thing to cut out all sounds that are not the movement of paper in the home. So Lucy is like sort of walking down the staircase, and she's just got one hand on the railing, and her mouth is moving. And Calvin, can see that she's talking to him, but he is utterly unconcerned with her at this time.
The words are not matching his mind, and so you keep running off in the direction of the nearest paper.
Yeah, right? And she follows behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you doing, Calvin? Are you here to see? Who are you here to see?
And I think
so. She's still inquiring after you.
Immediately, there's probably a closed door along the hallway, and again, anything that is a barrier that is not a level 6 barrier, he's just going to walk past. So in order to keep up with him, Lucy is going to have to open these doors and whatnot, pull out keys.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. That's great. So at some point, I think you've met Lucy before, right? Or have?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
He thought,
she came up to the...
I thought this is one of Kitty's alter egos, though.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
And then you found out that it wasn't, didn't you?
Nope.
No.
Never did. Yeah, so I just think Kitty has somehow anticipated me coming here, and
You
she's
still think she's Kitty.
yeah, and she's disguised herself so that she can be in this place, so that she can continue
Wow.
to bother me.
Even more reason for you to ignore her. Okay, so
Yep.
you keep striding through these doors, and on occasion you run into definitely above 6 sort of doors and something that isn't even a door, but you just can't walk past. So there's some sort of guarded areas. Do you like try to dig into wherever secret, or do you kind of try to find the right spot?
If I am sure there is paper behind it, like if there's, so I'm following a lead right now, and as soon as I come to the place where I think that lead is, I will destroy whatever is in my way.
Lovely. The Alchemist is the next card as you're traveling through it. So that is the Secrets family, which is Wayne. All right, so I think you get to a spot that does have paper behind it. You'd have no idea if it is Kitty Hearts or not, but you're going to try to get past it.
Yeah.
I think Lucy is still running after you, but is only starting to catch up to you now that you've met a closed space.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
So, okay, coming to this, it's above level 6, so I do need to work in order to get through this. I am going to take freedom. I'm going to take destruction from freedom, and I am going to, gosh. Yeah, I guess this whole scene is about thunder, and I'm going to take damage from thunder, and I'm just going to explode whatever door or portal is in front of me to get past this area.
All right. Tell me what level spell that is, and what sort of amount of damage you're doing.
So
Which is based on the level.
Yeah. Let's see. The base level of spell that I can cast is, like, the highest level spell that I can cast is 8, but this is above 6. So yeah, we'll say 8.
All
I am
right.
getting +1 from the, or is the golden ship actually my?
I don't
is
know
that
that it's your
notions?
heart. Is
Yeah.
that what is the
It
symbol?
Is notions.
Oh,
Perfect.
rad.
So yeah, you get a +1.
So +1. Okay,
So you can go up to 9.
3. Okay.
It's technically supposed to be like color that lets you move spell levels up, but
Well, I mean,
whatever.
so I'm not increasing spell levels because the highest level that I can cast based on my sorcery is 8.
Oh,
so
I see. Okay.
I'm just
so it just
deciding
makes it cheaper or
yeah,
easier to do.
how easy I need to make this to do. So yeah,
Flux.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, didn't it? Wasn't that the scissors?
I believe that was the scissors. Yep. The time warp flux happened, and then as Calvin burst into birds leaving the scene, which that was a spell, and so the flux was that Calvin looked as though scissors cut out the part of the sky
Yeah. So the day part of the sky is now night,
in the shape
and I
of.
think there are some confused starlings that may be
Absolutely. Yep.
wandering up too early.
All right.
And yeah, I'm definitely going to use Sortilege because why would you not? Because you might get double flux. Okay, cool. Good thing I used that Sortilege because one of those was a 1.
Oh, boy.
I get a 9 on that, so plus all my spends. So
A 9.
This-
Wow.
I,
Good.
yeah,
Thank goodness.
is level 8 high enough level to get past this door? Or should I have gone higher?
Hang on. Some of these flux are off the wall. Good
Well,
God.
so is that door.
So is that door. Yeah. You become covered in a thin coating of magical dust, which flakes off your body wherever you go for the next day.
Yes.
That's from Tiernan CP.
Yes.
Damn.
Dope!
It's gonna make it easy for Lucy to follow you.
So I guess I turned
Yeah.
this door into magic dust.
Great, yeah. So this is a
Glitter,
awesome.
please.
Well,
glitter.
It's
Sorry,
glitter.
guys.
Glitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
this is Calvin. He loves glitter.
Yeah,
Calvin loves glitter.
but you can't see it. You can just hear
Exactly.
the sound of something.
This
You're
is
like,
That's
dust.
creepy.
That's gold
Something like-
number 204.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you burst forth
Sounds
this
like-
barrier, which you can't even really see. You can just know
I don't
that
know what
a
it
barrier.
is. Yeah.
And inside, you get the sense that based on the sounds, the echoes, and what you're reaching out with magic, you're in some kind of study. It might be the one you're looking for. It might not be. It's really hard to. I don't think your resolution is exactly Daredevil's yet. You're not exactly echolocating. You're just sort of picking up what you can hear. Lucy is hot on your heels. So, but there's another person who speaks to you when you enter, I think you've met this person, Openy.
Openy is here. What the?
And Openy knows Calvin, right?
Yeah.
What?
She did. Yes. Openy.
She is. When we go out of Calvin vision, Openy is having a lovely little tea. He's just sort of seated at a little in some random little library in Hart Manor, having a tea, sitting down. It looks like there's another saucer, as though someone else will be sitting with her.
Oh, hello.
Okay. Calvin probably can't see ghosts while echolocating, and he has cut out.
But can hear the voice. Oh, I see.
He's cut out all noise that is not paper noise. But I think he would probably restore voices if he thought that there was somebody in this room who would talk to him.
I think the sound of paper is Openy flitting through a little book of poetry.
And
that's
he
sitting
also knows that Kitty Hart is a ghost, so he will flip voices are back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Hello?
Kitty?
No.
Where is Kitty Hart?
She lives at the
Not
The Fine
the
Jubilee?
living Kitty Hart, the dead one.
Oh, you don't want to go talk to her. She's scared.
No, I think I need to talk to her, and she should be afraid of me.
Oh, she's not going to be. No.
Well, then that's her mistake. Where is she?
Why are you talking to me like that? Who are you?
Miss?
You're from the.
Wait, you do sound familiar.
Right. You came. I saw you.
What are you
when
doing
you were trying
here?
to go to the pail? Oh, I was summoned.
By who?
Oh, by Lucy.
And I think she comes in the room. What are you doing?
Panting.
That was an expensive barrier.
Hi. He just burst in here.
Okay, I could see that because I was following him. Thank you for your opinion. I did not summon you for your opinions.
It wasn't an opinion that he burst in here. He just did that.
I did not summon you for your opinions.
What did you summon me for, though? Because it's
And
been a while.
Calvin-
You've been keeping me here for like 3 hours.
Calvin
And
turns-
I'd really like to get back home.
Calvin turns on Lucy, who he thinks is Kitty.
Yeah. Oh God. It's too much Shakespeare.
God.
Just obliterate her. Just tie that loose end up. I mean, casual suggestion.
Monster.
I'm sorry, you summoned your ghost to be in here? Well, then...
I do not belong to her. People don't belong
Absolutely
to
you
people.
do! Absolutely you do!
No, I don't.
Be quiet!
No, I won't. No, you
Well,
can't.
this is Lucy Bright. She is going to silence Openy.
Well, but if she does that, is that fulfilling the contract and then Openy can go away?
I don't
You
think
see?
so. I think Openy is in a bad situation.
What has happened to Openy? That is the question. Because you got to be careful because we got to do it right. So if she's holding her in stasis to make a deal with her, then she's fine. She can't command her to do a thing.
So
that'll
I don't
But
know.
I assume she has. I mean, I feel like Lucy could very easily have a general spell
have
that is
other spells that is shut up.
The
ghosts.
thing that I have summoned needs
Yeah.
to be quiet now. So
Yeah.
I would say
I think this is just Lucy is not a good person,
No.
and she is
She has
using
shut up the
whatever
ghost.
power she has to stop the ghost from talking.
the new card I pulled is Questing Knight, which was almost your card
Jeez.
because, of course, it was. And it is helping out Visions, which is Kitty, who is kind of here and kind of not. But I think as okay, so Lucy shuts off Openy's audio functionally within the circle.
I think Visions is the Hart family, though.
Oh yeah,
Be
that checks
careful.
out.
Yeah. You can't just storm into into my home. Yeah, well, it's not your home anymore, is it? And Lucy, like, instead of being stung, is confused.
Yeah.
And Calvin is going to seize on that silence. Where is Kitty Hart, the ghost?
I'm right here, darling. You've been making quite a mess of the house.
Yikes!
OG Kitty Hart is just sort of appears like lounging in this doorway of this library, which you can now hear. She says, "My dear, it seems you have some business with me. I suggest you leave my dear niece to her business."
I mean,
And she turns on a heel and starts walking down the hallway.
Yep.
niece could still be Kitty too.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
it's really
There's
good.
no
Very
there's no
funny.
clarity here. In this farce.
Like if anything, you're just being reinforced.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
God.
So she's just walking down a hallway. Do you follow her or are you going to attack her? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna follow
man.
her down this hall. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're clicking down this hall, and Kitty's OG Kitty Hart's clothes are sort of swishing, which you can hear, and she seems to be tapping like a ring on her finger to some sort of metal. Like there's like little metal pins all down her skirts, and she's sort of tapping it against.
Stop that.
Now you're in my house, Calvin. I'm afraid you can't order me around like you do my niece. She continues tapping the ring on the piece of metal.
Do you want there to be a house at the end of this conversation?
Oh boy.
I'll level with you. I don't know what you're capable of, but I've come to realize what I'm capable of, and I think you understand that too. So we can have a very easy conversation, or it can be difficult. And maybe you can kill me, but I'm going to do a lot of damage on the way out.
I always hate this part. Calvin, what exactly is it you want from me?
All I need to know is what Daniel McPherson means to you.
He's a little bit of scum on the bottom of my boot, but you know, he has his uses.
Is he working for you?
Darling, everyone's working for me in one way or another.
Look, I didn't mean to step into a family drama. I just have a pressing concern. And if Daniel McPherson is one of your agents and he's been attacking me at your behest, I need to know.
Daniel acts of his own will there, I'm afraid. I no offense, but I couldn't really be bothered to care what happens to you. You're a bit of a loose cannon, and I try to focus on things that are a bit more precise.
Okay.
So what can I do for you here, Calvin?
All I needed to know is if you were pulling his strings. If you're not pulling his strings, then I have no issue with you. I do know that we've worked together before, and if I find out that you've betrayed me in the past, then maybe it'll be time to pay the piper at some point.
I love that you think I betrayed you. Calvin, you have a lot to learn, and I hope you learn it as fast as you can.
Well, as soon as I have all of that knowledge, I'm sure I'll come back to see you.
Oh, you will. You always do. I'm sure my little Joe can show you the way out.
And Calvin is shown out without destroying the mansion.
Awesome.
Bummer.
I'm sure there are hella secrets there, though. So like,
Calvin doesn't care about those secrets.
no, but I mean, like, I doubt it would have. I'm sure it would have done things to Calvin that are inadvisable.
Calvin is not thinking with a clear self-preservation instinct right now.
Part of what I'm saying is, I agree. Bummer. It would have been interesting.
Blow it up.
Well, we've already established that you're coming back. So you head out. Kitty.
Yeah.
Now, what did you start to go to do?
So, oh no.
Yeah.
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 I started to go to the warehouse that
Yeah.
we, after pulling the salting thing, we had like well, I guess it hasn't been that long, has it?
I think maybe, I guess it's only been a couple days, maybe, right?
Okay.
Maybe a week.
Yeah, so
Think.
we're still there and we're still treating it as a planning thing, but we are also prepping to move locations when our lease there is up, because don't want that entity coming after that business.
The tree,
Yeah.
the god.
But yeah, to head back there, and she was going to like re-talk to the ghost that she'd colloquied with earlier to get information about the heist and check in with Imago and do reasonable heist things.
Those would have been lovely
yeah,
to
she
do.
was gonna do heist things.
So you get to the warehouse.
Yeah.
You're already all the way there. There's your demon horde is kind of largely sitting there, or do they mostly sit in your room?
Hey, kitty.
Yeah, exactly. So you get up to the warehouse, and Imago throws the door open, and usually you would actually send her elsewhere to go work and research.
I thought that I'd sent. Oh, yeah.
Right?
She can do whatever she wants. Yeah.
So she is not under your control. And so she raises herself up. She's this enormous, beautiful moth demon thing with these long, furry antennae. And she looks even bigger as she sort of storms out of the main door. She says, Kitty, I thought we had an arrangement. I thought I could trust you.
What happened?
She leans in real close, and she uses these, how some butterfly and moth wings end in those little, protrusions, those little, frills. She uses two of those to pull, to reach in, and if unless you stop her, she's trying to get a look at your eyes. And so she's pulling your cheeks down so she can look deeper into your eyes. And her little antennae are sort of down, and they're several of the antennae are making different motions. She's sort of investigating you. She says, you're under contract with Daniel McPherson. Can't you feel his pull?
Oh, is that what this is?
Kitty, how could you do this to us?
I didn't. You know I wouldn't do that.
You know this is grounds for breaking the contract.
No, that's not what's happening. It's just... Okay.
Accurate. Testament of Sons.
I think I know how she's doing it then. So, I have to break this if... I get what you're saying, but I think that we're going to be in trouble if we break the contract with me, or maybe we have to move it to somebody else. If you break the contract, that's going to open you up to all of the dangers.
Kitty, I haven't heard from any of the demons who you sent to work in your place. They've gone quiet. Do you know what's happening at the Fine Jubilee? You might want to go look. I'm pulling out of this. I need to go look for my mate on my own, I guess.
All right.
I believe she's being held in a court in the red.
I'll let you know if I get out of this and we have a good plan.
See that you do, but many of us will leave, those who are free to.
Yeah, that was always the case. Yeah, good luck.
All right, she flies off. You are starting to feel even worse. That pain that has been moving down from your head down your spine is now starting to seize up in your hips. It's making it harder to walk, or at least painful.
Yeah. She gets lucky to hail a cab.
Yeah.
Just a regular one. And pays for it with money that I do possess. To get back up to the Fine Jubilee.
The Fine Jubilee, as you get closer, that hole down to the pale sun has been largely closed, but that area is still very disruptive. Did we say it was a sound hole, or what did it kind of turn into? It was a
A new sound hole opened up, I thought?
I think so, yeah. There's been disruption in this whole area, so that's sort of slightly still cordoned off. But the fine Jubilee, as you approach, is in the perfect outline of what it once was, is a giant block of obsidian glass shining back to get you. Nobody inside.
What?
She takes out Wayne's business card. Wayne! Wayne, we have a problem. And I need that inhaler that you made, I think. Wayne, can you hear me? How does this work?
We cut to Wayne.
I like the idea there's some people on the street who are just watching you shout at this card who like just
business card.
give you a look.
I never built two-way communication into them because I never thought I would need to. So I'm
Of
hearing
course
it.
not. There is an angel that you had as part of your horde, who was very like nature focused.
Yep.
And I cannot find their name. It may have been a thing we came up with.
No, it's definitely one of those.
Okay.
But I don't know which one.
Yes, Walker of the Valley.
I
Walker
think it
of the
was.
Valley.
It was Walker of the Valley.
Yeah, a cross between a lion and a dog, body made of earth and mane of moss, comes padding up to you.
Hey.
With the voice of Erikesh, that demon that always looks like you usually.
Yeah.
The Walker of the Valley, and I think Erekesh's voice is that the?
It's my voice.
It's your voice. Okay, so in your voice, it says, "Kitty, your home is elsewhere. Your home has been moved to the red, and you will have to come with it, or you will die here." The contract.
What?
Yeah. To
You
my
are
house, you're saying?
to your house.
Go to the red.
Darn it. Okay. Wayne, I'm going to the red because you don't have the right inhaler.
What the fuck is she talking about?
So that's where I am, I guess.
It's a very sensitive card. You're-
Yeah, I'm yelling
Yelling.
into it. Well, I don't know how this works. So I guess
Ooh,
I'm
I put
gonna
a bell
see
jar
you
over it to muffle
there. It would be really nice if you came and got me. This is not great. Bye.
Oh, this is perfect.
It's alarming.
All right. Why do you look like this, by the way?
That damned body swap.
Oh, that's right.
Have your laughs.
Well, that's very funny.
The Walker of the Valley sort of hands over a little bracelet for you to wear. This will take you to your home.
Oh, just like that?
All right.
Daniel has his ways of very quick travel between the suns, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, any last things you're going to do, or are you just going to go?
Nope. I'm
I
gonna.
mean, you're
do
going to
something.
die very shortly if you wait too long.
Yeah. I'm.
What?
This
what?
is incredibly perfect.
Well, I don't
This
understand.
I don't know
couldn't
why
be
this is
better.
perfect.
We s-
I'm nervous.
We were all going to do a heist, and now we're literally all completely split up.
Yeah.
Well, I had no idea what could be the impetus for us to actually be able to get together and make up in any way. But I can tell you, Calvin is going to go almost too late to this meeting with Librelite, and you're nearby. You will see Calvin after getting this news, and Calvin will have to choose whether to have a conversation with Librelite or go save Kitty.
Oh, why would I tell you that I'm going to save Kitty?
Oh boy. Because you know you can't do it alone.
What's your relationship with Kitty? What is your bond?
Oh, we're
Soulmates.
soulmate.
No, fated companions.
Fated companions.
So you keep showing up where Kitty is, weirdly.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just get randomly
I-
pulled there before I can talk to Librelite. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
So you see her go.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. So, yeah. Well, I wanted to cast Conjoinment.
Ooh.
and I was looking around.
What?
Oh,
Just
no.
aggressively.
Oh, just as like a final fuck you.
Well, I was going to grab Arakesh and bring Arakesh with me.
So conjoin yourself with Eric.
Yeah.
But because
never
you're
in a
fated
million years.
companions,
But because my
who
fated
should bump
companion
into you
is there.
unwittingly?
If you're walking around the corner and I see you, I'm bringing you with me.
I'm not walking around the corner. I'm traveling as paper birds. What I'm going to do is go to my meeting with Librelite and try and get information from
Cool.
him so I can learn whether I trust someone or not, and then I get pulled away before that can happen.
Then that's fine. I'm taking Arakesh with me.
Great.
I never thought you'd be
Arakesh
using
is-
this on you.
No, neither did I. Because
Hey, Alan,
so stupid.
all of the spells that I got that I'm like, oh, this will be great in a fight, I've either used on myself or against my own teammates.
Man, I haven't
Well, you
used
guys
any
are
of my
going to the
stuff.
red, so get excited to use all of your stuff.
I'm hoarding.
So
Yeah, so I pat Arakesh twice on the head.
he looks very disgruntled about it. Yeah.
And then like it's like a slap bracelet, and I slap it around the thing, and Arakesh like goes to move away and realizes that they just simply cannot. It cannot move away, and their eyes look all bigly, and we just poof.
I like the idea of Kitty like nodding a little bit. It's like they're going towards each other. Erika's like, no.
Yeah.
Arakesh has so much dysmorphia at this point.
Poor Arakesh.
They're like one person.
Yeah, they're not in their body, and now that body is merged with another body.
Ooh, that's pretty bad. Arakesh also ate Danny McPherson's sausages, let's not forget. So, on the
Willingly.
list of problems that Arakesh has today, these are actually pretty low. Lovely. So, you are headed to the red.
Yep.
You hear her words coming through.
I need to power. I don't know. How do I get there? I need to power my boat ship house.
And Calvin, what do we flash to?
So Calvin is.
how do you get this information?
So what? So I don't get this information. I think Calvin lands, like, in the emotional playground.
Yeah.
Like, comes out as paper birds, blind clearly right now.
Flux must flow.
To
For the bonding roll. Nice.
Oh, for the bonding
Ooh,
roll.
good.
oh my gosh.
Cool.
I just what?
What?
So good.
So you are birds.
What level was Arakesh?
Not super high. Like, I think it was
No.
like 5, maybe?
Oh, okay. Well, then I should make it. I'm just rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make it. So then
Okay.
just plus the flux.
Excellent. Oh, this is horrible. You guys are horrible. Bless you. Wow. Sleepy Origami on Twitter gives us a wisp of smoke escapes with your breath, and as it vanishes, so too does your name. What was it again?
Oh,
That's got to be part of Kitty Hart's
fuck!
plan.
This sucks.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
this
Checks
sucks
out.
so bad.
Oh wow.
That's so bad. Thank you for Flux. Flux was great tonight. Thank you so much. GamerX, you're wonderful.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
What do you mean? You're what?
Kitty Hart. This
my-
is like part of her long.
I mean, like,
game.
part of what's been going is that, like, clearly they're able to do this stuff because of my true name. It's all mixed up. So now it's gone.
So you appear in a flurry of birds, and as you sort of materialize again, a bunch of glitter falls off. Because that's still happening.
That's glitter gonna glitter.
And so you appear at the playground,
Yeah.
and this is sort of like after Librelite has waited a while, or do you appear at the appointed time?
I think I'm late.
Okay.
But I don't think he's gone.
Okay. So he's sort of standing at the edge of it with his hands kind of behind his back, tapping a little foot and looking around. Right?
You
Right?
did this.
You monster.
Golly.
So Librelite is there and looks like usually he has all sorts of beautiful color on him. He's got deep, beautiful blues and golds of the buttons and the sort of like navy kind of outfit he wears, and even his like pages are usually they're fairly yellowed. It's all washed out a bit now. He's very muted colors, which you can't actually see, but our camera can. So you can just. How are you going to talk to Librelite?
So
You're blind.
yeah. So I think Librelite probably starts talking, and Calvin just goes,
You hear the rustle of pages.
I can't hear you. The only thing that could possibly give me comfort is knowing that I can trust you. And I can't even talk to you. The people who I thought were my friends have been manipulating me and casting spells on me because they're afraid of me. They're not different than Daniel McPherson. He was giving me those pills in shadow to keep me there, to keep my power away from me. And I don't even know if you're any different from them.
He's going to put out a hand toward yours.
Yeah.
And he's going to try to touch it.
Uh,
Do you recoil?
I think Calvin sort of like, well, because he can hear. I think Calvin, is so desperate for contact and
Yeah.
comfort that he's definitely going to grab that hand.
So Lieberlight leads you over to a swing set, and he sort of helps you sit on it. And he's, gosh, how is he going to ask you to trust him? I think implicitly. I don't think he can say anything.
I think so.
He is a weaver. He could weave, words awkwardly if he absolutely needed to. So
Yeah, but I kind of think
it's not his way.
for this scene, so Calvin gets onto the swing. He's holding the ropes or chains or whatever
Yeah.
the swing set is made out of, and Lieberlight has a hand over Calvin's hand, and Calvin is sort of stiff and doesn't know what to do, and Lieberlight just squeezes a little bit,
Yeah.
and Calvin will take a breath and relax.
Cool. Lieberlight, you hear the sound of the other swing starting to move. And it is about, what time of day is it? That there's a time of day where the playground becomes a place to bear your feelings to one another.
Sunset, obviously.
Sunset, okay.
Which is wild because part of the sky, well, I guess, no, it's twilight, so part of the sky is dawn, and part of the sky
Yeah.
is twilight, so everything looks right even though there's so much damage.
It's the one time today that it will look that way. And so the swing starts moving, and I think you are just being emotionally connected to Lieberlight.
Yeah.
So I think he is expressing to you, wordlessly, that that he has great affection for you, right? And he can't hide it because it's the playground. That he
Yeah.
actually is quite in love with you.
And
As horrible as that is to admit, given that you have no context for that.
yeah,
But it is at least a pure and honest emotion that he would not betray you. Swing.
and I think all waves of relief are just cascading off of Calvin at this point. And I think the swinging sort of comes to a stop,
Yep.
and they're just sitting next to each other. I don't know who I was, and I don't know if that's different from who I am now. But I'm going to try and be the type of person that deserves that. And I think at that moment, Calvin gets violently pulled into the red.
I like that.
Because we expressed it as a string between them
Yeah.
earlier. So I just think,
Yoink.
He goes forward on the swing and you go back and you finish saying the word, and as you
Yoink.
swing back, you're already gone, and he just has no idea where you went.
There's a moment where the whole swing set blows apart. As
shit.
Lieberlight stands up and starts looking around, and so Lieberlight freaks out, explodes the bejesus out of this poor swing set, and you two are in the red. You have gotten a message, and I think that's where we're cutting today. Whew, thank you.
what a
I
session.
do not know how many get there.
Good luck.
I don't know how many
You're
get there.
on your own, buddy.
You've got a half-built ship. You're just going to crash it into the red, right?
It requires a power source that I do not even remotely have access
You
to.
might know of one.
Yeah, but I need mage coins for it.
You know who
Well, then
can
you got-
probably help you throughout all of this?
I have
I
no-
bet Lucy Bright.
You've got
Oh
5.
no!
I have
yeah.
0.
And you could talk to Lucy and Frank.
I'm not talking to Lucy.
You can talk to Lucy.
I don't want to.
Well, she can help you
We'll
though.
figure it out.
Bye. Have fun in the red.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, character summaries, guys. Woof, this one.
Holy shit.
So, who's ready
So-
to talk about how they felt about the session and what brought them joy, what brought them despair, and whether they moved along any character arcs?
So no longer a maker, no longer Kitty Hart, no longer in the party, question mark?
Wow,
Is kind of
yeah.
where we left off.
Yeah, kind of a rough.
How many bits
sort
to
of
summon Lucy
scene.
again?
Holy shit.
Monsters. So,
I just assumed you were going first, I don't know why.
I can try.
Okay.
God.
I don't like not having my name. It's the worst thing that has happened to me yet.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing for the story, and no one should feel bad. It's awesome.
yes.
It just sucks.
Yeah, and it is not that your name no longer exists, it is that you forgot it. So, that's
okay.
my interpretation. is
Okay,
that-
because I figured I didn't have my true name right now because I thought that Kitty had temporarily succeeded.
I think this like I pictured a Spirited Away sort of situation
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
where that witch just got your name.
And so you don't have access to it anymore.
I
So
don't
it makes
have
it harder
access
to
to my name.
to pull it back from her, right?
Cool,
if
cool,
you don't
cool.
know what you're looking for.
Yeah, if I don't even know what the heck it is anymore.
Yeah.
Thank God. If only there was someone who did know it.
Who does?
You.
I do?
Yeah.
I know your name?
Because you're soulmates.
Oh yeah, that's
Soulmates.
right.
That's the one thing.
It's the one thing that we know. We know
Oh.
each other's names.
That's right. Holy moly.
This is dope.
100 bits to take that cab, Wayne.
Thanks. I think the cab costs
no.
more than 100 bits. But I'll see if she'll take the money.
Dang. Dang. Oh my God.
That might be how I have to get there.
Oh my God.
I feel good about everything that happened with Ari Aloha. He's rad.
Yeah, that was great. I think that was definitely a joy moment for you.
Yeah.
And-
I feel very sad for them that they are having internal conflict at the moment.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
was possible.
Neither did I. But
It's hard to be them, you know?
yeah, I guess.
God, one of them's really taking a bet on you though. Which
Well-
is, I know, a rough scene.
But that's what's
From
weird to me about it,
experience.
though, is that like they're supposed to be about what people believe in themselves.
And self-improvement. It's
Yes.
got to be true to
Yeah,
yourself,
the
self-improvement. So one
self-improve
of those
along your
lions
trajectory.
believes that Kitty is better than she has been behaving her entire life.
Yeah,
And the
but
other
it
one
has to be
doesn't.
like.
Or is
so
maybe
funny.
one head is responsible for like
Oh,
improvement and the other one
Others-
is for
your true nature.
For
Your
true
true-
nature.
And you have to decide what that means, and it's a constant struggle to decide what the
perfect.
hell
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
one
rules.
you have one of those two things and you are lacking in the
Lacking
other.
the other, and what does that mean?
I love this guy.
He's great.
Ari Aloha's great,
And,
and
he's also goofy as shit.
Yes.
really
Yes.
joy for me whenever they show up.
That was from Ariel Weiss.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Did I
yeah,
pronounce that right?
dude, thank
Wait a
you.
minute. Is
Yeah.
contract still in place to
Wait.
protect Kitty?
If I've only forgotten my name, who you know?
You've got all those eggs.
Yeah, I do have the eggs. The eggs are.
But I
mine.
mean, like, if you're getting whipped to Red Sun, presumably for bad times, then is Ari Aloha obligated to show up?
Maybe,
I don't know that you got their full participation on that guard me
maybe not.
situation. It was the
They gave
I
me
have
the.
half confidence in you, so I gave you
So
the
they
thing.
gave me-
I see,
they
I
gave me the
see.
thing.
I gotcha.
So
Well, you're gonna feel nourished.
I feel absolutely terrible about everything that's happening with Imago
Yeah,
and
that's definitely
the
despair.
demons and all of that whole situation. I feel like I've closed out Calvin's mysterious background
Yeah.
story,
cool. I think so too.
but in general, I don't know, just a lot of sad stuff happened. I felt pretty good earlier in the session where we're like, okay, we're aligned and we have set terms.
I know.
Because,
I
right?
was like, it's time to bring Calvin into the fold,
Right.
and then everything immediately went
Right,
out the
and
rails.
Calvin doesn't understand what that means, which is fine and very reasonable of him. But like, it's like, but why doesn't he understand that we've brought him into the fold? What the fuck?
I'll use magic to fix him.
huh?
It's beyond me that
It
he
just
didn't
doesn't-
understand why we were acting the way we were acting.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
So I'm gonna give you 5 acumen for closing
Cool.
out that arc.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Calvin's mysterious past. Any other arcs that you worked on?
Save Imago's mate I was really trying to, I had
Yep.
intentions and things that I was gonna go, but I don't even know, like, I'm not gonna give up on it, but it's.
You're going to the red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Technically
I
bringing
think
you
you are
closer.
moving along that track.
I'm gonna give you only 1 acumen there because going to the red is so much of a problem for you. That is not. You are not going to the red in a way that you hoped you might have if you were trying to get there. So, just 1
boy.
for that.
Cool.
Anything else?
So the other ones that I have are Settle a Debt, which is the outstanding one with Kitty,
Yep.
and then the Solve a Mystery, What Have I Forgotten?
Ah.
So What Have I Forgotten is like a big thing, but I am now dependent on, like, I sent the letter last time,
Yeah.
So I can't
gotta wait.
I can't be active.
Yep. Cool. So that's 6 total new acumen for you. 5 from Calvin, 1 from Imago, and 1 joy and 1 despair.
Okay.
And then we'll give out group things at the end. Cool. Who else is ready? Talk about what happened to them and brought them joy
I
or
think
despair.
I think Wayne had probably the worst day, so I'll have Calvin go.
That's typically the case.
How much
Wayne,
despair does
the
Wayne
terrible
have right now?
note.
6.
And 0 joy.
0 joys, and I think I'm about to rack up a couple more despairs.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Can
yeah.
I get a dev mode to like an ice cream shop or
You
something?
got like 6 ice cream shops. We gotta have a spa day for Wayne.
Holy moly.
Or solve some murders. Is that what brings you joy?
Maybe
That
if I
sounds
get my
fun.
ship to work, it'll help me feel better.
Oh, buddy.
So Calvin, I think despair is the predominant thing that Calvin experienced. I mean, there's the despair that was handed out, which I can't even remember which
There were
one
so
that
many moments
was.
that it could have been.
Yeah. I mean, Calvin can't really trust his friends. He parted ways with them. He now knows that he has had previous run-ins with this OG Kitty Hart lady. She does not sound friendly. Calvin still doesn't understand himself or his powers. He doesn't even know who he was. Calvin could have been a bad person, and he's
Yeah.
a little bit afraid that he was.
Yep.
Because he was all wrapped up in whatever she was.
Yep.
So I definitely think Calvin got a despair. But, and I was afraid that I was not going to get a joy this session, but he knows that Librelite is in love with him.
And even if that's a complicated joy.
I don't even know how complicated it might be sad because like he has lost those emotions. They're not with him, but Librelite has been like a constant and unambiguous source of good throughout.
Unambiguous to you.
Unambiguous to me.
These two will
Yeah,
see the dark side of everything.
but
I mean,
it,
all we know is that he wiped your memory.
All I
we
know
have
is
no
wiping
idea
your
what your
memory.
connection to him is.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he
Fair.
and like Calvin knows that in the past he was involved with this person, and I
Might
think
be the first happy thing you've learned about your past.
yeah, I think he trusts that, so he knows whoever that person was couldn't be all bad.
Yeah. That's
so
great.
I think
Definitely
he gets a joy there.
for that.
As far as character arcs,
Yeah.
mysterious background, who were you? Oh boy, so many questions were raised.
Yeah.
I think those questions keep getting raised, huh?
Yep.
But I definitely think I traveled along that path. I don't think I did anything to find a place in Saturnine right now. Learn why Daniel McPherson is interested in you. I do think I got some hints of that. And get a job. Talk to Abigail. Did really want to do that,
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
this went in a wild direction, and I'm loving it. So yeah, I think those two definitely advanced on those. Like,
What do you think about the Daniel McPherson thing? So what do you think you've learned?
So, well, I know that while absolutely he is somebody that works with Kitty Hart and somebody that Kitty Hart believes she has power over.
Right.
I know that the reason Daniel is attacking me is not related
Right.
to her directions.
At least according to her.
Yeah, at least according to her. So I think that is like a big lead.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, not to Kelvin's knowledge, he is right now being pulled to the red, where probably Daniel McPherson is.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Kind of a demon guy.
we are. So like, I think I'm learning so much.
Cool. For Acumen, for the mysterious background, who were you?
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to leave it open. I definitely don't think that is totally closed yet. 3 for the Daniel McPherson, moving along that track. Would you like to have, in the last few days, had a conversation with Abigail that we could do in a side scene?
Yeah,
later?
yeah. We'll do
Cool.
a side scene of that.
We'll side scene that. Cool. Awesome. All right, Wayne, buddy.
Oh wait.
You got kicked out of the Order of Makers. That's a thing that happened. I really earnestly thought, like, hooray, let's, like, Calvin's gonna be so relieved to find out that I have answers for him. And that really blew up in my face in a big way. And then ended my day. The package that I received was a pair of pants, which I had been kind of hoping would be a hard lead or something. So I think that was, I mean, they're very cool pants. But I think as far as Wayne is concerned, that was like, oh great, I took time out of my exploding relationships and many enemies to pick up my tailored pants. And then to cap off the end of my day, my one-way communication device with Kitty Hart was screaming for help and then blipped and vanished. And is now, she's presumably somewhere that I do not have an immediate means to reach. So I'm going to go ahead and call that, I guess, 100 despairs.
100 sounds fair.
Sounds right.
Maybe even low.
So the pair of pants you got,
They're very cool pants.
they are very cool. They protect against demons. You are going to the red.
That's fair.
Isn't that
convenient.
awfully convenient?
It is convenient.
It's very nice.
How mysterious. So giving you a joy for, hey, free pants, man. They're
All right.
already paid for.
I'll take it.
You don't know that
I
they're going to bring you joy, but they will.
I feel like this is a pity joy, and I will take it. I've written it down, so you can't
Well,
take it
Ari
back.
Aloha did also tell you that you are living your
I
truest
kind of
life.
almost want to give you a joy for that.
That
Which-
made me feel joy.
It was
How does it
so
feel for you?
bizarre.
and that
because-
means nothing
It
to
came
Wayne.
right after I've been kicked out of the order.
Yeah, and right on the heels of me saying like, well, I think I'm either gonna make my own planet because I don't want to fucking live here anymore, or I just want to blow up everything.
Uh-huh.
And then this two-headed lion comes out of
It's
the
like,
fucking
hey.
wall and is like,
You do
Yeah.
hey
you.
man, whatever you were planning on doing, do you. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I guess it feels it does feel good to be confirmed that extreme line of thinking is not unmerited, if that makes sense.
Well, it is the truest version of who Wayne is. We don't know if that's merited
It
or
would be
not.
actualizing a Wayne doing Wayne things instead of Wayne
Doing-
going the way
He
that
does need to. If he meets Ariello again, maybe if he becomes my sponsor, since I did level up and I do need a sponsor.
Please God, get a sponsor.
I'm just saying, if Arielloa shows up all the time and is constantly wants all of us to self-improve.
I kind of like the idea of him continuing to show up and like berating the two of you and being like, and Wayne,
You're gonna be
keep
his
doing
Charlie's
it."
angels. He's gonna be Charlie, and you'll be his angels, or he's the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what's his name? Bigby? No.
I don't know.
Bosley.
Bosley, thank you.
I was close.
Yeah, he might be your Bosley.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it sounds like that's not. It is validating, but not a full-on joy for you. Is that what I'm hearing, or do you think you would also take it as
Well,
a
I
joy?
did already take it as the pity joy.
Your pants, you said, were the
Oh, the
pity
pants,
joy.
right. Well, I think one pity joy is enough, so I'll take the one.
I'll just take the one. Okay.
And let's make it the pants saving my life may give me a joy in the future
Yeah.
of being like, oh, look how much forethought I had to order these pants, but not remembering doing it.
Yeah.
That might make me feel good later, but I think the joy for today probably comes from like, hey, you're doing all right. Like,
Yeah.
having someone tell you that when you feel bad probably is reassuring.
You kinda
especially
needed
if it's
it
an
When
angel.
someone's like,
Especially when it's
hey.
shouted at you.
And when,
Yes.
By a,
From
by
a giant
two-headed
angelic
lion.
being.
when your best friend was just like, you're gonna murder a lot of people. A lot of people are gonna die because of
I was
you.
like, but
And
it
then an
feels
angel's
right.
like,
yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know that was what he was validating.
No,
Just
it
so
wasn't.
the audience
It
knows.
totally wasn't.
But it really
Okay.
feels like that's what it was.
You're free to take that.
I know in my
interpretation.
heart what he was validating.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
just say,
glad that
audience,
you found meaning.
He said,
PSA, we do not endorse actions that would lead to mass murder and chaos.
But Wayne's gonna
basically
Wayne.
said,
Wayne gonna
like,
Wayne.
he might as well have been like, and Wayne, pursue your path to supervillainy. And I would have been like,
That
yeah.
is your truest self.
All right, deal.
You're not wrong.
You don't think he would have read that the wrong way, do you?
Later.
I was still arguing with you mentally about Kitty Hart.
Yeah, we got hung up on the kitty thing.
He just, no, there's no way he assumed we meant A-OK for genocide.
No. Probably.
I can't. You need to stop.
It is something we shall revisit.
Acumen. Tell me about acumen, buddy.
Great.
We're not done
So,
here.
so how many? All
We need
100
a Sailor
despairs?
Moon says Ari Aloha at the
Yeah.
end of these episodes.
So we're
Can we
building two.
please?
Yeah.
Hey, he's
What-
gonna sponsor me.
I can,
Make that
I
happen.
can probably settle down to like 2 to 3 distinct despair moments.
Yeah.
If I had to.
I had given you one, right? By
Yeah,
point.
that's right.
So let's give you 2 extra.
Great.
You know, I don't think it. I don't want to hurt myself anymore by enumerating them. Let's say they were minimally 2 despair in there.
Cool.
But acumen.
Yeah. So
So what?
that puts me at a record-setting 8 despairs.
Wow!
Holy shit! One joy. Let us
And one,
not
but I
forget.
do have one joy.
One penny
He
joy.
is a noir protagonist, so
Yeah.
this makes sense.
Yes.
True.
As far as arcs go, Mystery of Memory, I think I made some minor progress on because I have eliminated Liberlight as a suspect,
Yeah.
which is pretty big because he was my only lead. But and when I say that, it sounds so negative. But something else that happened in there that was very curious was this meeting at the shop. I was like, oh, great, another memory that's been removed. But then he said something about Openy at the end, and that means that someone is tampering with my memory in an ongoing way. Because Openy happened way, at least as far as I'm concerned, way after the initial memory stuff. So someone is still noodling in my noodle.
Is that part of the same character arc?
Yeah, the mystery of my memories. So that's both part of the same thing.
Yep.
Which is alarming, to say the least. My Murder McPherson arc feels like nothing today, but holy moly, maybe very soon. Forge of Friendship with Openy the Ghost, I still have on the not pursuing track, and I think I'm ready to close one of my arcs.
Which one?
Learn about a person, Calvin.
Calvin.
I have learned everything I need to know about Calvin.
Feel good about
Weaver.
Calvin. We understand what his deal is.
I have learned not that he is good or not whether he is good or evil, but something far worse. He is unpredictable, and that is a major. That's of all things to learn about a person. That is probably the most
worst thing
important
that-
to me.
yeah.
That Wayne could learn.
So I'm all set
Cool.
on Calvin.
You're getting a buttload of acumen here because I think all of these are pretty important steps.
Yeah.
So 3 for eliminating a lead, Liberlight.
Okay.
You know, even though that brings you back to not having good leads, that is an important use of your energy that you can now
Yes.
spend elsewhere. Slash, you know, he could be a resource for you, right? If you trust him enough, which you probably don't, but that's a possibility. So 3 for that. 4 for the horrible realization that you think there's evidence that someone is still noodling around in your head with the
Horrible.
opening thing. Yeah, pretty
Horrible.
Learn about Calvin. 5 for closing out an arc. I think that's what I tend to be giving out for closing arcs.
Great.
That and your realization is that rather than good or evil, what does that even mean when he is so unpredictable? And that is the important thing you need to know about him. Super cool. So as a group, you horrible people have been trying to split the party all day, but in beautiful, emotionally wrenching ways. And looks like you're getting dragged back together again, which is perfect. So let us say that like I think you're all have been kind of interested in Calvin's arc. So getting the come to the legacy moment together and to have, I feel like some acumen needs to be spent for you two bearing your let's be open with each other. Let's become more cohesive, and Calvin resisting that, understandably. I feel like that is progress in your relationships to each other and as a group. So I'm going to award 2 acumen for sort of the painful relationship growth that you've all had together.
Sure.
OG Kitty Hart got invoked today, and so did Daniel McPherson. Those are threads that involve all of you in different ways, I think, at this point. They're starting to sort of fracture. I'm going to give 2 acumen for, even though it hasn't all been disseminated yet, realizing that Kitty Hart, confirming your belief that Kitty Hart and Daniel McPherson are cooperating in some sort of way. Yes, for that. I'm not sure if there's anything else like major that involves all of you that has not already touched all your arcs.
Darcy, honestly, so much happened. So much happened that I couldn't possibly remember everything that we did. I'm going to watch the stream and be surprised at every twist.
Go back to last episode. I was like, I can never do another Videos episode. So much happened. I was taking notes the whole time.
Gamer X wants me to tear up my sheet on camera.
Oh.
Which when
You
I
should totally
switch over
do.
to a apostate sheet, I will do.
We are definitely doing it. Excellent. Let's see. I think everybody gets like, I've gone too like close, right? So I've the joy of Ari Aloha sort of validating you guys and trying to help you out. I feel like that's sort of a boon to all of you. So those of you who haven't taken a joy for it, take a joy. At least you. I guess not Calvin, right?
Wait,
No.
take
We're
a joy
there.
for what? What are we taking?
Ari Aloha.
Ari Aloha.
Wait, oh. I already
But
did
yeah,
that.
gosh, you guys separated too much, and now I've like awarded too much individual stuff. Okay.
And that doesn't
I mean, that
affect-
can be good, though. Like,
Yeah.
the individual stuff, has probably been handed out.
It's true, yeah. Is there any other things that you think, as a group, you've experienced joy or despair?
I mean,
I'm trying to think.
as a group, we all sort of just had a major despair.
Yeah.
I think the fact
but
that you
might have
separated
been
is a
represented already.
I get another despair, though. It was represented through
it's pretty
acumen
bad.
of you fleshing out your things, but now I think the despair is that it is actively hindering your ability to like do anything because you are no longer acting in strength together, right?
Right.
Yes. And
So
we
I think
had
that is
like
why
all
you
these
did.
things we were
So now
working
you're up to
towards
9?
that feel. Yeah.
What a magical
9.
number for you have reached, Mr. Maybe a villain.
Oh, 9.
Apostate.
9 is the most you can roll, but it's not the most despair you can have.
What's the good thing
think
that
there's
you
an upper
want to
limit.
roll? Is that 13?
13.
13 is the good number.
13 is the magic number.
That's
It's one of
that's the crit number.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for today. That's a lot. So next week, you will definitely want to tune in on
On
Monday. No,
not-
no.
Wednesday?
yeah,
TBD.
Wednesday.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
Well, let me double check. I don't think
TBD?
I think it's Tuesday.
Sorry,
I think
guys.
it's Tuesday.
So I will be away. So next week will be some really cool development modes that at least these 2 will be at.
Yeah, I think it is Tuesday. There will be a broadcast on Wednesday. You'll be able to check out the party game Earworm, which is a game where it's sort of like musical charades. Someone will be given a song, and they will have to convey to the group what that song is without using any lyrics. It's a very silly game, but that broadcast and our next Invisible Sun, A Woman with Hollow Eyes broadcast, is going to take place in our brand new studio. So we want to thank
Yeah.
everybody for that.
Daniel McPherson transported us, so thank you so much, Daniel. You're in our hearts. All right,
And our minds.
and our fates.
And right in front of us.
Well,
maybe.
definitely, yeah, in our hearts,
Yeah.
for sure. HRTs.
All right, I think we can close it out. We will see you next week and beyond. Thank you all. Good night,
Bye-bye.
heroes.
Bye.